What up, y'all? What up, y'all? What up? What up? What up? What's going on, y'all? We got some crazy news for y'all, man. We got some crazy news for y'all, man. People are getting fired and dropping like flies. We got a breaking story for y'all. Make sure y'all tap in and let me know where y'all are coming in from. And then we're going to get into this live. Um, Make sure y'all tap in. Let me know where y'all are coming in from, and we're going to get into this breaking story. People are getting fired left and right right now. Crazy stuff. People coming in laughing already. Yo. Somebody said, shout out to New York. Shout out to the Bronx in the building. Seattle. Shout out to Seattle. We got Dallas in the building, of course. DI hires and racists get fired, man. Shout out to from New Orleans. I see you. Brooklyn in the building. What up? Buffalo, New York. Shout out to I was just bumping Benny the Butcher the other day. Shout out to Buffalo, New York, man. Chevenport, what up? Who else we got? He got podcast time it is. Appreciate the super chat. I mean the comment. Chicago, what up? Trav in Chicago, I see you. Chip in NYC. What else? We got Florida in the building. Vergus out there in Chicago. I see you. Unknown Games in Phoenix, Arizona. New Rochelle. Shout out to New Rochelle, man. Atlanta in the building. What up? We're going to get this live going in the next 30 seconds or so. Let me just make sure everybody's in the building. Long Island. Wells, what up? Boston. Shout out to Boston, man. Bahrain in the house. What else we got? FS1 just closed shop, buddy. They closed the building. They canceled 3 shows. Trinidad and Tobago. What up to Trini? My Trini people in the building. What up to y'all? Let me pull up this post for y'all before we get into this live. Baltimore in the building. Okay, Mount Vernon. All right, so let's get into shout out to 904 in the building. Okay, Mount Vernon. All right, so let's get into this this story here. We got some breaking news, right? I thought it was one story, but there are multiple stories. So the first story is breaking news. Joy Taylor is out at Fox Sports, right? She's out. The decision comes as part of a series of moves that we will all see the networks that will also see the network's cable arm FS1 cancel Speak and the show Taylor co-hosts, as well as 2 other morning shows. So somebody said, OnlyFans, bro. So they canceled that show. Let me share this post with you guys in the comment section. Shout out to Brooklyn in the building. So that's the post there, right? So as I was searching for this story, I then find out that they canceled 2 other shows. They canceled The Facility, which is the show your man Acho and what's the other football player? The guy that always has on his jury. I forgot. LaShawn McCoy. They canceled that show. And they canceled Morning Ball with Craig Carton, Shady McCoy. They canceled 3 shows. They fired Paul Pierce, Keyshawn Johnson, or at least for sure, because they canceled the show, so I don't know if they're still there. So they canceled the show that featured Paul Pierce, Keyshawn Johnson, Joy Taylor, The Facility, which featured Emmanuel Acho, LaShawn McCoy, some other guy that was on there, I forgot his name. That always sits on the right, I forgot his name. Then they canceled the Carlton show. That's the one with Craig Carlton. The other guy that's like, what's his name? The replacement for, or like the second coming of Nick Wright. They got rid of him. So this is the report here. This is from the Sun. It says, Foxtrot, Joy Taylor axed by Fox Sports as network cancels 3 major shows in huge TV shakeup. Fox Sports has reportedly moved on from star host Joy Taylor in a major shakeup on television. The 38-year-old Taylor and 3 FS1 shows, including one in which she hosted, will not be renewed by the network. It says, on Monday, The Athletic reported that Taylor is out at Fox Sports. Taylor's contract was up this summer and wasn't renewed. The report then shared that Speak, the program that Taylor co-hosted, and two morning programs, Breakfast Ball and The Facility, will also not be kept on Fox. Colin Cowherd's The Herd, which starts at noon, and First Things First with Nick Wright, Chris Broussard, Kevin Wiles at 3 p.m. will continue their usual time slots. The Athletic also reported that FS1 is expected to make new shows to take over the canceled shows' time slots. The U.S. Sun has reached out to Fox for comment. Taylor co-hosted Speak with NFL legend Keyshawn Johnson and Paul Pierce. She has been with Fox since 2016, people. This is crazy. This is crazy. I think this is even crazier than the cuts that ESPN made 3 years ago. Because with ESPN, they canceled, they got rid of Max Kellerman. They got rid of Mark Jackson, Jeff Van Gundy, but at least they replaced those other two. But in this case, they're getting rid of talent and they're canceling their shows. Now, let's all state the obvious, bro. Those shows sucked. Every one of those shows that they canceled sucked ass. Let's keep it real. The good shows are shows that people even quote, like, did you hear what so-and-so, like Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp? That's a good show. First Take, it's a good show. They have quotable moments. First Things First is a good show, although people don't talk about it as much. First Things First is a good show. And Nick Wright, Chris Broussard, and Kevin Wiles, they actually have a good chemistry. That's a good show. Colin Cowherd is always good. But those other shows were garbage. I'm sorry, they were. Let's talk about The Facility and why it was bad. The Facility, you have a show that featured 4 NFL guys that will talk about basketball. And most of their opinions would be ridiculous. Most of them. Emmanuel Acho was good, but I don't think he was good enough to have his own show. He's not that interesting. Some people find him to be, and I'm not hating on Acho. I'm just giving you a viewer's feedback. This ain't no hate. Like, the ratings spoke. So I'm just probably giving them an opinion that exists out there. So it's not like I'm hating on them. They canceled the show, so there's no hate. Like, obviously, people didn't think the show was good. So Emmanuel Acho can come off a little bit not snobbish, but like as a know-it-all to show people that he's smarter than everybody. After a while, that kind of gets annoying. Then the panel were just not interesting. You tune into Speak with Joy Taylor and Paul Pierce and Keyshawn, it's boring. Let's keep it a stack. It's boring. Paul Pierce was the only person that tried to make that show interesting. But overall, that show was boring. Now, in terms of the Craig Carlton show, what's interesting about that show is that Craig, he had a lot of hot takes and hot opinions and all of that stuff, but it didn't make it into the mainstream news the way other shows like Undisputed used to in other shows. So, although they had some good segments on there, some notable moments, for whatever reason, it couldn't make it into the zeitgeist of what was happening in sports, right? So for the new people coming in, we got major breaking news. So FS1 is firing Joy Taylor. Okay, Joy Taylor is out at Fox Sports, per Andrew Marchand. The decision comes as a part of a series of moves that will also see the network's cable arm FS1 cancel Speak, the show Joy Taylor hosts, as well as 2 other shows. Then we have another report here. Hey, guys, let's try to get these likes up to, let's say, 300, 400 likes. Then we have another report here from The Sun that I pinned in the comment section that says this. Joy Taylor acts by Fox Sports as well as network cancels 3 major shows in huge TV shakeup. Fox Sports has reportedly moved from star host Joy Taylor in a major shakeup on television. The 38-year-old TV personality, including one of the shows, they didn't renew her contract. It then continues on. On Monday, The Athletic reported that Taylor is out at Fox Sports. Taylor's contract was up this summer and wasn't renewed. The report then shared that Speak, the program that Joy Taylor co-hosted in 2 morning programs, Breakfast Ball and the Facility, will also not be kept on Fox Sports. Colin Cowherd's The Herd, which starts at noon, and First Things First with Nick Wright, Chris Broussard, and Kevin Wiles at 3 p.m. will continue their usual time slots. The Athletic also reported that FS1 is expected to make new shows to take over the canceled show time slots. The U.S. Sun has reached out to Fox Sports for comment. Taylor co-hosted Speak with NFL legend Keyshawn Johnson and Paul Pierce. She has been with Fox since 2016. This is a major shakeup, guys. Major shakeup. Major. And I'm going to, endorse or nominate. I'm going to nominate one personality that I think the network should go after, regardless of whatever show they're going to go for or create. And one of those personalities needs to be Max Kellerman. It is criminal that Max Kellerman doesn't have a job on TV. One of those personalities needs to be Max Kellerman. I don't care who else they go after. Clearly, they're not going to go after this group of people, but they should definitely go after Max Kellerman. Then they can figure out the rest of it. But there's some talented people out there that will do good on TV, right? So maybe you can get Max Kellerman. Maybe you do a show with Max Kellerman and Marcellus Wiley. I don't know, right? But they got some talented people out there that can definitely be better on TV than these guys, because these guys are boring. Max and Tony Reale, that's a good combination as well. But these guys were boring. Somebody said ESPN will sign her. These people they were not interesting. And Emmanuel Acho having his own show as the leadoff, it just wasn't interesting. And I got nothing against Emmanuel Acho, nothing at all, but these shows were boring. They were boring. All of them. The Facility was boring. And the worst part is, at least when you had Skip and Shannon, when Skip and Shannon were doing their thing, we had the option to tune into ESPN First Take. And if we didn't like what they were saying over there, we could bounce over to FS1 and check out Undisputed. But in this particular moment, those shows are so bad that you're basically stuck with ESPN First Take. Those shows were bad and boring. I was watching some episodes on Speak. Bro, they're dumb boring. They're boring. I don't watch them. Have you heard anybody quoting anybody from those shows? No. And this is what Stephen A. Smith was talking about, to give him 1 point, although he's a damn fool. These guys don't make they don't make it past TV. Nobody's talking on the internet about what they have to talk about, what they said. They're just boring shows. So this is a major shakeup. And some people are saying that maybe they're going to go to ESPN. I doubt it. And the reason I doubt it is because they're boring. Paul Pierce was already at ESPN. They're not going to bring him back. Keyshawn Johnson was already at ESPN. They're not going to bring him back. Joy Taylor, I don't know if she was ever at ESPN, not that I know of. Who else did they get rid of? Emmanuel Acho, was he at ESPN? Not that I know of. I don't know. But the shows were just not good. Simple and plain. They were not good enough. And that's the reason they canceled him. Somebody said, bring back Shannon Sharp. Well, first of all, guys, minus Shannon Sharp's legal mess, one of the stupidest things FS1 did was getting rid of Shannon Sharp. Because apart from all of his antics, Shannon Sharp is really good on TV. Apart from all of Shannon Sharp's antics, he is actually entertaining to watch. And when you have people like that, you don't just let them go like that. Now, that's just my take on it. Now, they do have Colin Cowherd, but somebody else that I think sucks a lot, like a lot, is Jason McIntyre. He sucks. Let's keep it a stack. Jason McIntyre sucks. And if he was on one of those shows, he would have got canceled too. He's just lucky he's on Cowherd. McIntyre sucks. Somebody said, no, he's horrible. Jason McIntyre is horrible. He's horrible. And he rage baits a lot. He's horrible. Chris Broussard is already on the show. So he's already on what do you call it? On First Things First. And Chris actually ended up stopped doing. You know what do y'all think about? What do y'all think about Rob Parker and his co-host Kelvin getting the show? What do y'all think about that? Put in a 1 in the chat if y'all feeling that, a 2 if you're not feeling that. What would that be an interesting show? Rob Parker and his co. Rob is entertaining. Rob Parker is actually entertaining. His co-host is annoying, but Rob himself is entertaining. Rob is actually entertaining. Now, are they going to put him on TV? I don't know. But Rob is pretty entertaining. Although some people may not like it. Somebody said that dude, Marcellus Wiley. I wouldn't mind it. I think Marcellus Wiley maybe with like Max, but then I didn't used to listen to their radio show, so I don't know their chemistry on there. But they do have some talented people out there that they have a talent pool of people. You know, they got a talent pool of people out there that they can reach out to. You got Max Kellerman, you got Marcellus Wiley, you got Jalen Rose, you got Rob Parker, you got a few other people that we can't think of right now. LeBron is better than Steph, KD, and Kawhi. I would have to agree with you on that. Nah, Wiley's too cerebral. How can Newton? What else? Skip and Max? Nah, Skip and Max. I don't know. I don't think they'll bring back Skip Bayless. Because what FS1 did was the moment they let go of Shannon Sharp and they kept Skip, and then Skip became like a moderator, that's when they ruined that show. Skip is not like a moderator. He's a guy that's like responding to what the other person just said. He's not moderating. And I think they had too many chefs in the kitchen. There were too many people on that show with Skip Bayless. So not Rob Parker and Max. That would be good. That could be good. Or FS1 could take it another way and just try to get cheaper labor. They may go out there and get people that we never heard of, pay them cheaper, pay them less money, and then have them grow on the network. We'll have to see. I don't know. Max and Marcellus bring it back together. So we got to see, man. Matter of fact, let me see. Let me tell Marcellus, hey man, they just canceled a whole bunch of shows on FS1. You should go back. I'm just sending it to Marcellus Wild. Let me see what he says. He probably gonna laugh. But Marcellus is cool, man. So who else? I heard you talking about Venom the other day. Who's the better Spider? Yo, come on, don't do that. Don't do this to me, man. Scap Attack on FS1. Nothing will surprise me, man. Shout out to Scap Attack. Right? Nothing will surprise me. Rumor has it Joy replaces Melissa Ford on Joe Button. Nah, knock it off. Nah, man. I don't watch Joe Button like that, but they're not gonna replace her. Somebody said Acho got canned, and they like now Acho. What Acho? I don't know the way to describe it. Acho is like a smarty pants kind of. I don't know how to describe how somebody that like that talks. But it just after a while it kind of seemed a little bit annoying. How about Dreamers Pro Marcelo? I'm not even thinking about that, man. I'm not ready to twerk it up. Ain't nobody looking in our direction, man. Ain't nobody looking in my direction. I'm not even thinking about myself. Somebody said, "Hey, Dreamers Pro in chat, how y'all doing?" Hey, shout out to you, man. Shout out to everybody. Who's moderator for Rob and Max show with guests? Appreciate the super chat. Max and Wiley with Tony Reale as a mod. Bro, there are a lot of talented people out there. For the new people that are coming in, let me just give you guys the update. So Joy Taylor has been fired from FS1. It says Joy Taylor is out at Fox Sports per Andrew Marchand. The decision comes as part of a series of moves that will also see the network cable arm FS1 cancel Speak, the show Taylor co-host, as well as its two other morning programs. And I'm gonna just read it. This article for you guys here today. Let me read this article from the Sun. All right, let me okay. This article basically says the 38-year-old Taylor and three FS1 shows, including one in which she hosted, will not be renewed by the network. On Monday, The Athletic reported that Taylor is out at Fox Sports. Taylor's contract was up this summer and wasn't renewed. The report then shared that Speak, the program that Taylor co-hosted, and two morning programs, Breakfast Ball and the Facility, will also not be kept on Fox Sports. Colin Cowherd, The Herd, which starts at noon, and First Things First with Nick Wright, Chris Broussard, and Kevin Wiles at 3 p.m. will continue their usual time slots. The Athletic also reported that FS1 is expected to make new shows to take over the canceled shows' time slots. The U.S. Sun has reached out to Fox Sports for a comment, but then that's pretty much where the article ended off there. So this is the news, guys. This is the news. You think y'all think we should apply? First of all, I could never apply to that show to enter their network because all I do is talk about basketball, and my take's a little bit too rugged for that network. So I think if you only talk about one sport, I don't think that you'll be able to get a show like that. I think you got to talk about a bunch of other sports because you can't make a full show on just one sport. So that's the reason why I don't think it works. I can't think of any successful TV shows that is just one sport that the person specializes in. Who else we got in here? Rob and Skip. They were good back in the day, but I don't think they're going to go back to thoughts on Bleacher Report NBA rankings. You know what, man? I don't really have any thoughts on it. I know that they're trying to rage bait people. Bleacher Report just put out his top 100 from people that voted. And they had Kobe ranked 11, and they had Stephen Curry ranked ahead of Kobe. And I'm like, okay, y'all are just trying to rage bait. There's nothing here to talk about. Like, I'm not gonna respond to a list that has Kobe outside the top 10 and then Stephen Curry. I'm not responding to that list. Some people will do it, but I'm definitely not going to do it. 100%. I 100% saw this news today, Charles. Appreciate that. We need Dreamers Pro with Scap Attack on the show. The problem with me and Scap is I think we agree too much. Right? I don't think a show would work where people are just agreeing pretty much on most of the topic. To get me on a show, it would have to be with somebody that annoys me, and I can't think of anybody right now that annoys me. FS1 should go after Gilbert Arenas. I think Gil and those guys are probably going to end up with one of those streaming companies, right? I think they're probably going to end up with one of those streaming companies. Me and Gil. Now that would be, if me and Gil did a show, we'll be fighting all day long. We would be, but the only problem is it would only be basketball. We would be fighting all day long. If me and Gil will be, and plus Gil, I mean, I don't want to put myself in a conversation with those guys, man. I don't want to, what's the word? You know, I'm not going to kiss my own ass, but I'm not going to do that. James Kingdom would annoy the hell out of you, but I'm not dealing with that dude. Somebody like that, you want to like throw your coffee on them or something. Somebody like that you would want to fight. Like, you don't want to debate with that guy. YouTube is where it is, except the money. No, don't go. Hold up. There's some people out there on YouTube that are making buku money. And unless people like Gilbert Arenas want the visibility, I think Gilbert Arenas makes more money off. I'm not counting his pockets, obviously. I think those dudes make more money off of YouTube, off of TV than they do. Oh, don't get it twisted. Pat McAfee got on ESPN because of what he was able to create from. Nah, some of them dudes is making bank, bro. Some of them dudes is actually making bank out there. So somebody said toot your own horn. I'm not doing it. I am absolutely not tooting my own horn, man. I refuse to do that. Who else we got? So this the news, guys. Too Raw and Gil. That's another fight, man. They're just gonna fight. Too Raw probably gonna cuss him out. Too Raw will probably like he will rip out the mic, man. Cut off this mic, man. Cut off this mic. Listen, I'm sick of you, but that's something like Too Raw would do. Ticket TV, and we would agree too much. We would agree too much. And Ticket TV is raw, bro. Ticket TV, he gonna have the producers looking back like, yo, go to commercial, man. He letting loose. Why don't you do football? The problem is with football is I used to watch football like passively. It's not a sport that I used to like. I would watch football like if the Giants were playing. Like living in New York, you're going to support the Giants. So if the Giants were in the playoffs, I'll watch. If there's like a big football game, we'll watch it. Or if there's a Super Bowl, we'll watch it. But I wasn't watching like regular. I mean, you would watch regular season football games, but I wasn't following it the way I was following basketball. Basketball was like everything, bro. Like we get to school, everybody got their newspapers, looking at the standings. We arguing and lunch. Like basketball was life for us, bro. So I just enjoy basketball more. Although I follow football, but who knows? I mean, I don't know if we tried to do some football shows and some people laughed at us. They're like, yo, son, you don't know what you're talking about. Because I think I said a blitz. I called something wrong. I call it a blitz, and people started laughing at me like, bro, take it easy. You don't know what you're talking about. Just relax. Fox better give MJ 60 million per and steal him from NBC. Appreciate the super. So you don't do football because your team is losing? No, I don't do football because I don't watch it enough to feel like I'll be comfortable to talk about it every single day is what I'm saying. That's like for me to learn football, I got to actually be watching it a lot for me to, because it's one thing if you know football as a viewer. It's another thing to talk about football and actually be good at it, and people that know football for them to listen. That's a totally different. If you go back and look at some of our older shows, when we used to talk about basketball, we were trash. I know I was trash. I was trash because I was stammering and like it was trash. And I was a basketball fan. So to talk football, I don't know. I mean, if y'all want me to talk football, I can try, but Alonzo White, thanks DP for always keeping us informed. This was a big one. Appreciate that, Alonzo White. Appreciate the support. I mean, if y'all want me, if the only way I would talk football is if I knew that people actually wanted it, and then I would make the effort to try to learn it. For example, let me put up a poll. Let me put up a poll. Should we just hold on a second, y'all? Should we talk NFL once a week? Let me put it in the chat. Let me see what y'all think. Y'all let me know. I think it's going to be, you see, it's going to be no. I don't think people want to hear me talk about football. But let's see what the chat got to say. Drop some votes. Let me see. Do you think Joy sues for harassment from Dixon since she got canned? Oh, Charlie Dixon? I don't know, man. I think they want that case to go away. And I don't know if they fired him. I don't know. Let me see what the chat says. You see, most people are saying, you see, like 50, it's like 6-4, man. So if we did a show once a week, I'm not sure if people would watch. That's the only thing. You know, I'm not sure if people will watch. Maybe if they got some people out there that can talk football, maybe we may give them a show on Dreamers Pro, not on Dreamers Pro, but like, you get what I'm saying? And then probably do that, you know, but to talk football, I mean, I can try, but I don't think I'm that good at it. Charlie Dixon been gone. Yeah, football is popular. Facts, Brody. Get some NFL friends. But Gil and Dreamers Pro will have a major turn up. Bro, we will be arguing. We would be arguing. And plus it will only be basketball related. So I don't know how that would work. What else y'all got for me? I'm gonna do one more rundown, and I'm gonna let y'all go. Let me just read some more. Football discussion should be talked about during the season. What else? Will Shannon Sharp come back after getting fired from ESPN? Nah, I don't think Shannon Sharp is going back to FS1. Dreamers Pro coming soon to Mind the Game. Now, which channel would you be interested to join? I'm not sure I understand the question in terms of channel. Charles and Lowe, man, hell no, man. I ain't doing no damn show with Lowe, man. DP to Mind the Game. Can I pay you 1v1 in a game of basketball? Can I play you? You gonna win. I'm not a great basketball player. You gonna win. I'm gonna tell you right now, you're gonna win. I wasn't great at basketball. I liked watching it. Funny enough, I enjoyed playing football, not American football, like actual soccer. I enjoy playing soccer more than playing basketball, but I enjoy watching basketball more than watching soccer. If it's to play soccer, it's fun. Soccer is a lot of fun. But to watch a soccer game, I wouldn't do it. But basketball, I'd rather watch it than play it. That's just me. Somebody says soccer is not a sport. Bro, you need to knock that off, man. Knock that all the way off. Of course, I watch the Super Bowl. Everybody watches the Super Bowl. Dreamers Pro, you need to do a show with Charles. Charles, I would agree. Those shows were boring. Absolutely, they were boring. I feel the same way about hockey. All right, so let me give y'all a quick rundown before I let y'all go, because we got a lot of content dropping today. So let me just for the new people that just came into the chat, let me just give y'all the news in case they don't know what's going on. So this is the update, guys. Joy Taylor has been fired from FS1. She is gone. They also canceled 2 other shows. They canceled The Facility. They canceled Breakfast Ball. Emmanuel Acho is gone. Joy Taylor is gone. I don't know what's going to happen with Keyshawn Johnson and Paul Pearson. They're gone. I don't know what's going to happen with LaShawn McCoy and those guys with The Facility. But those 3 shows, no, Joy is gone. 3 shows have been canceled, and they're going to replace them with other shows. Can you get Joy on here? Joy Taylor would never come on this show, man. We didn't produce shows that I'm sure she would not like. So Joy Taylor would never come on our show. Absolutely. And I wouldn't invite her anyway because there's nothing to talk about. I like The Facility. I watched it every morning. Well, it might have been you and 3 other people because apparently people were not watching that show. I like to see Rob Parker back. We're going to have to see what they do. Them cans are gone. Somebody said all the shows was whack anyway. Them shows was trash, bro. Straight up and down. Them shows was mad boring. Let me see. The Facility was an excellent show. They're canceling because of Acho. So what's the thing with Acho? It seems like a lot of people don't like Acho. What did I miss with Acho? I never paid much attention to Acho. So why so many people don't like Acho, man? Fill me in. What's the thing with Acho crack? Yo. What's the thing with Acho? Why so many people don't like Acho? Let me know. Acho is freaking annoying. I can understand that. He's a simp and he's a snake. Somebody say she got canned. Yo, y'all. This is savagery in the comment section. He was a know-it-all. I could agree with that. That's annoying. That is annoying. Acho is Ryan Clark. Well, apparently not, because Ryan Clark still got a job, bro. So apparently not, man. Acho reverse woke. What is reverse woke? At very best. Yo, what is reverse woke? I've heard of woke, but what is reverse woke? I never heard of that, but is reverse woke? Okay, what is reverse woke? Can somebody tell me what that is? Reverse woke? He did Wiley wrong. Acho is too condescending. No more peanut butter and yo. Acho is a little over the top. Now, somebody needs to explain to me what is reverse woke, please. Can y'all explain to me what reverse woke is? He's an RG3. Is he? Acho is disingenuous, a disingenuous fella. He gives off Buster vibes. Okay, I kind of got it. A little bit. Now he's semi-woke. Which one is it? He woke, reverse woke, or semi-woke? Bro, I never heard of reverse woke, bro. Reverse woke. Who wrote that comment, man? Yo, who said that? Reverse woke. I want to see the dude that said that. That was dumb funny. Let me see. Who was the dude that said that? Reverse woke. Damn, I can't find him. That was a good one, man. Reverse woke. That's a good one. Joy OnlyFans coming soon. Yeah, Joy was up there saying some crazy stuff. He's a tether. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What did Acho say now? Acho is a joke, no knowledge on anything, trying to be smart and very annoying. He is that. Yo, Damien, what is reverse woke? Can somebody explain this to me? Damien, what is reverse woke? Somebody just left the super chat. Did I just miss it? Somebody said he tap dances like Stephen A. Smith. For whites? Is that what he does? I'm confused. Okay, he's not woke. Oh, I get what you're. Okay, you're saying he's not on code. Is that correct? Am I getting that correct? He's not on code. How you think Stephen A. Smith got so popular by bashing the Dallas Cowboys? The NFL is where it's at. Nobody cares about what Stephen A. Smith has to say about the NBA. Appreciate that. Are you saying he's not on code? Is that what it means? He's not on code? I think I finally got it. Is that what it means? Bro, there are a lot of people that are not on code and all that. There's a lot of, bro, let me tell y'all, in this day today, in this day and age, the most important thing to people right now is money. And people out here saying whatever they can to make money, regardless of wherever they land. It's one big money grab. There's some people that I used to listen to, some creators, black guys that I used to listen to that went off the edge. And I'm like, yo, I can never listen to this dude again. So this money that's coming to media is causing people to say crazy, crazy, crazy things. My vote is still for you, Charles. Bro, I'm telling you, I couldn't do the show. I only talk basketball. Number one. Number two, to do one of these shows, you got to go to, I think you got to move to either California or New York. Most likely California. I'm moving back with my family next year to the States. We looking at Texas, right? The first thing I'm looking at moving back to the States, the first thing is no income tax and what state is best for investing in real estate and all that stuff. And I didn't see New York pop up or California pop up on that list. So for me to go to California and be waking me up at 2:30 in the morning to go on TV, how much are they paying you? And all of that, bro. I don't know about all that, man. Let me just be down there with my people and let me go down there to Texas. Let me just be down there with them. I got my brother live out there in Dallas. They told me it's hot. I'm like, bro, Nigeria is hot, so it can't be that damn hot. So I'm gonna just rock out with them out there, and I'm gonna just see what's popping over there. I think I'm gonna rock out with them. Somebody said, you should have a segment where you talk basketball with fans. I think to do that, we would need like a different, unless you're talking about like pre-recorded shows or live shows, we would probably need to use a different software for that. We're looking into all of that. We're even looking into doing a live show because we're gonna get like a dedicated studio when I go out there to Texas. So we looking into all of that. Watch out, Gil is coming. Nah, Gil is busy, man. Gil is busy. I sent him a message. I think he's probably preparing for his show. Gil is a busy dude, man. Gil is always very busy. Okay. Yeah, Gil is busy. Let me read this comment. Somebody said, please do not live in California. Half your paycheck. That's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, yo, are y'all not paying attention to the finances, the financial situation of it? California is beautiful. I've been there once. I couldn't believe how beautiful it was. I'm like, man, this place is beautiful. Matter of fact, let me call out Carmelo Anthony right quick. Shout out to Carmelo Anthony. Yo, Carmelo Anthony tried to play me, son. Carmelo Anthony tried to play me. Let me call out Carmelo. I know he's not going to see this clip, so we can talk about him. Let me call out Carmelo Anthony real quick. So I went to Cali back in like 2018 or something like that. I don't remember when, right? So we went to what's that park y'all got up there? Is it Universal Studios? The one like on the hill? What's the one they got out there in LA? I know they got Disney. No, Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo, like draft pick with LeBron in them. Carmelo, that Carmelo. Is it Universal Studios? I think y'all got one of them out there. One of them out there. I don't know which one it is. Anyway, nah, not Six Flags. It's like Universal Studios or something. I don't remember it. Carmelo Anthony, the one that played for the Denver Nuggets, that played for the Knicks. That Carmelo Anthony. 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. That Carmelo Anthony. So anyway, I'm there with my family and everything. My pops and all of them, and my brother and my sisters and all of that. So they don't follow basketball, and I must have been so much younger. So I'm walking, I'm sitting down, and then I see this dude walking up like from afar. And I look, and I'm like, yo, that's Carmelo Anthony. I think it was Carmelo. I think his girlfriend at the time, or Lala, I think was there. And I think one of his kids or something like that. I don't remember. And some like big ass security guard. And it was going through the park. So me, I'm a young, you know what I mean? I'm about to go walk up to Carmelo Anthony to go ask him for an autograph. Son hit me with the, yo, what up? I'm with my family right now. I'm like, yo, this dude is straight up acting bougie right now, bro. He's like, nah, I'm with my family right now. And he just kept on walking. I'm like, look at this dude, right? So Carmelo Anthony, if you see this show, I'm still mad that you played me, son. I'm still mad that you played me. Somebody send this clip to Carmelo Anthony. Obviously he's not gonna know, but anyway, that happened. Let me read through this comments. Somebody said, where does Dreamers Pro live? Puerto Rico? Why you think I live in Puerto Rico? Yo, what would make you feel like I live in Puerto Rico? And if I lived in Puerto Rico, I think Puerto Rico is part of the United States. Won't I just be in the States? What would make you think that? Somebody said, damn, Gil too busy with his, I'm not answering that, man. He said, Melo, don't sign for Kobe fan. He didn't know I was a Kobe fan. I live here. I can even look at my pay stub. I get so livid and taxes are going up more. Come to Texas. I'm in Houston. Dallas and Austin is booming and expensive, but great place to live. Nah, Dallas is looking all right, man. Dallas is looking all right. Dallas is looking all right to me, man. Dallas, you can go watch basketball games out there. They got some pretty cool places out there. I never been to Texas, so we're going to have to see. I'm definitely not going to New York, and I'm definitely not going to California. The hell with that, man. Ain't nobody going to work. I'm not going to go back to the States to work for the government. I'm sorry. If you live in California and you live in New York, you are a government worker at that point, because half of your damn money is going to the damn government. Like, I just refuse to do it. I just refuse to do it. Melo saw your. Nah, this was before I did you, bro. You're talking about like 2000. This is like years ago, like 2014, like mad long ago. I wasn't even on YouTube. What else? Joy Taylor will be okay. I wish her well. She can continue to build her podcast. Does Joy have a podcast? You see, let me say something about podcasts now that you brought it up. It's not everybody that does well on a podcast. Most people are better off on TV. It's very few people that can transition from TV to the podcast arena, because the podcast arena is way harder than TV. Oh, that's not for me. It's way harder than TV, because your own podcast, I'm sure we got some podcasters in here. You do everything. You produce your show. You look for the topics. You got to create the on a TV show, all you do is come prepared to talk. That's it. You sit down. You're not coming up with the topics. You're not coming up with the type, nothing. You just sit down. You may have a pre-meeting, whatever it is, before the show. You talk, you stand up, and you go home. Regardless of whatever the ratings were that day, you're going to get your paycheck. Independent space in YouTube is totally, it's not for everybody. Listen to Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless been on TV for almost 3 decades. What does Skip say? Being in the independent space is hard, and he's famous. So just because Joy Taylor comes to the independent, that don't mean it's gonna do it. It's hard, bro. I wish her the best, but I want Joy Taylor to join another well-known site that would only that have only fans of her. Yo, shout out to Two Raw for TV, man. Antoine said, man, Antoine over here balling, man. He said, Joy Taylor pod is trash. Now, who's funny, Paul Pierce? He has a pad with some chick, a pod with some chick. I don't even be knowing these shows these people have. Somebody know Two Raw, what up? Joy Taylor has her nice yo. Jason Whitlock gonna go in. Yeah, Jason Whitlock is gonna go in because he knows all the behind the scenes. He knows all the behind the scenes stories and all of that. So he would know the most about that. Anyway, guys, man, appreciate you guys for being a part of this live. We got a lot of great content dropping a little bit later today. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned in for that. And we definitely gonna catch you on the next show, man. God bless you. Have a good beginning of the week. Catch you on the next show. And I'm out. Peace.